City manager Michael Appleton with us. Sometimes when you're not at your best and you get a result, that must be actually sometimes even more pleasing.
Yeah, I think you're right. We were, I think it's fair to say, far from our best tonight. Wasn't a particularly eye-catching game by any stretch of the imagination from both sides, really. But I suppose on the back of the frustrations that we had on Saturday, to come in and get the 3 points was probably the most important thing.
And as we said before, it gave you that value, didn't it, for Saturday?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, don't get me wrong. The players are slightly frustrated and probably expect us to be better because of the standards that we've set. But having said that, there's more than one way of winning a game of football, and you have to be prepared to do different types of techniques to win a game. And it was one of them where we certainly didn't look like we were going to concede tonight. Obviously, I know they had the chance right at the end, but we probably lacked a little bit of quality in the final third again, which we have to get better, because we won't be allowed to sort of win games 1-0 in the way we did tonight, time and time again.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to your keeper. I mean, he had an easy day, really.
Yeah, he did. He didn't have nothing to do. I can't think of it to say other than one in the first half where he had to do something. But and I suppose if you're away from home, you've got to be delighted with that, But we're always looking to better ourselves, always looking to see how we can improve, and I think that's a good habit to have, really.
It looked like in the second half you were moving the ball a bit quicker in the attacking sense.
Yeah, but fair play to them as well. I mean, they did press us a little bit, and they tried to press us in certain areas of the field and frustrate us by doing that. And I thought we got the switcher playing a little bit more, certainly from that right to left. Lewis did it well a couple of times. Obviously, James Jones found Teo a couple of times. So we started working the switcher play a little bit better, and it allowed us to get up the pitch a bit more.
Another goal for your Dutchman.
And we spoke. To be fair, we spoke about putting the keeper under a little bit of pressure. He's obviously a young lad, and they've had a few issues which we're aware of. So, the initial ball in was good. The pressure on the goalkeeper was good, and then obviously Lewis was in the right place at the right time again.
And what must be really nice is you can't quite get the cigar out. That sounds arrogant, but you can look at your defence, look at your goalkeeper, and have confidence in them.
Yeah, and obviously we've made 2 changes, in the fullbacks tonight as well, and I thought they both did well. I thought Teo especially was certainly good in possession on the ball, and if anything, there was a bit of quality coming from him on that left-hand side. There's no doubt about it. He got done a couple of times in behind, but he's going to do that because he's predominantly a midfield player who we're asking to play in a fullback.
Up to third in the table, averaging 2 points a game.
Yeah, and listen, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's the really pleasing amount of clean sheets we're having as well. I don't know how many that is, but it's a fair few now, and it's great. It's a great, 6. So it's half the games already, and we're in a really good position. We've given ourselves a great opportunity and a platform to work from, and obviously the weekend we get an opportunity to have a break from it.
And what you've shown as well is that you can use your squad as well, which is going to be, as we said, so important. 10 games in 30 days.
It is. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. The players are aware that we've got a game every 3 days now. I've asked them, and I keep asking them, to make sure that they prepare themselves properly, not just what we do with them, obviously the way they eat, the way they drink, the way they look after themselves and rest, and they've got to take responsibility to do that, and if they do, then obviously we'll make sure that we turn up and we're at it most games.
I know we talked about it pre-match, but I'm conscious some fans won't have heard it, but we've had the news about potentially fans coming back into the ground. It must excite some of your players, because I know when you've done the recruitment, you've talked obviously about many things, and one of the things you've talked to players about is the atmosphere at Sincil Bank, and they haven't experienced it.
No, they haven't, and obviously it's going to be slowly, I suppose, obviously with the amount of people that we can get into the stadium, but even a small amount is going to make a big difference, and I do believe that we're one of the teams that do suffer because obviously the atmosphere that's generated. So let's hope that these pilot events, these first opportunities that clubs get, they do them well, and we come through it, and then the more fans we get in and the bigger percentage that we can get in, it's only going to work better for us.
Because I've had so many fans saying to me, do you think I'll ever get to see this player or that player in a Lincoln shirt? Players move on very quickly, obviously, and they feared they wouldn't see some of this team. Yeah,
and that would be a real shame, but obviously we've got to try and work our socks off as best we possibly can to try and keep all the players. It is difficult because the players putting in performances that bigger clubs are certainly going to be taking an interest, but surely that's a good thing going forward and from a long-term point of view.
Congratulations, thank you, Michael.